Recording by Chris Marks. Sea Stories for Wonder Eyes by Mrs. A. Hardy. Jellyfishes. Once upon a time, some very strange sea people came sailing gracefully into port. The bodies of these strange people were shaped like flattened globes or discs, and they were almost as shining and clear as glass. They were pale blue and purple and milky white. A little girl went to walk on the sea sand and saw the strange people. She stood looking at them a moment and then cried out, "Oh, see those beautiful and great bubbles!" "They look like round plates of pale jelly," said another child. Both were right, for the strange people looked like great shining bubbles and like globes of pale jelly. Long ago, people had thought the same thing and had named them jellyfishes. Sun jellies, too, they are sometimes called. Queer people they seem, and the more we learn about them, the queerer and more interesting we find they are. Recording by Chris Marks. Sea Stories for Wonder Eyes by Mrs. A. Hardy. Sea anemones. You know how the field daisies grow? Every daisy nods with a crown of fringes around its head. Many things that grow in the sea will make you think of the daisies, for they too have their little crowns of fringes. You will think they are sea flowers. Other people have thought so too. But if you can watch these sea flowers at home in the sea, you will find they have very queer ways of their own, not at all like the pretty daisies' ways. You will see their fringes wave to and fro. They will be pushed out and drawn in, and you will learn that these little fringes are like fingers reaching around in the water. If a little sea animal comes near these fingers, you may see it act as strangely as the sea flowers themselves, and presently it will be drawn in and out of sight by the finger-like fringes. You will learn that it has been swallowed by what looked so like a lovely fringed daisy. The fringes around the head of the flower-like animal are called tentacles. Beautiful as they are not so harmless as they look, but are crowded with cells that are filled with little poisoned threads. If once seized by the tentacles of an anemone, a baby crab is benumbed, a sea worm is paralyzed, and a fish soon ceases to struggle, and if small enough, they are swallowed. All this shows that things are not always what they seem, and that we have need to keep wide awake if we would learn the real characters of the people who live in the sea. It shows, too, that what looked like a pretty flower could have been no flower at all, for flowers do not kill and devour animals in this way. That is what the people learned who had believed that one of these pretty sea creatures with the crown of fringes was a flower. They named it anemone, after one of our daisy-like flowers. So sea anemone it is called. The fringes, which we must learn to call tentacles, are very